I'm Katura.
And I'm Mia.
And we're reaching new faith.
Our big idea this week is I reach out and use my gifts. We're talking about Daniel today.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this week.
Well, why are you excited?
Okay, because it means gifts, wrapping paper, scissors, boxes. It's like Christmas time. You wrap it all. It's a gift.
Wow, I love gifts. You're right. Christmas is great, but that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about gifts. We're talking about something else.
Well, what is it? If it's not Christmas, what is it?
We're talking about Daniel. Hello? Daniel and his gifts used in Babylon.
Oh, you're talking about how he served in King Nebuchadnezzar's court.
Yep. He was actually one of King Nebuchadnezzar's wise men.
Did you say wise men?
Yeah, girl, I said wise men. Daniel was the wisest in Babylon.
Okay, do you know what this calls for?
Well, what?
It calls for wise men's robes. It calls for wise men's robes.
Okay, great. One problem though.
What is it?
We're not men. We're not wise men. Wise women, though, is what we are.
You're right. There we go. Now we'll find wise women from 4,000 years ago.
Yes, we are. I love it. I think that they're very dainty. I love it so much. Do you think that we should stay in these robes?
Just to pretend?
Yes!
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Anyways, Daniel was one of the wisest men in Babylon.
So you're saying whenever the king had an issue and he needed to solve a problem, he would go to the wise men?
Yes, indeed. But one day, the king had a strange dream that he could not interpret.
And so he called all of the wise men together?
Yes, he called the wise men to see if they would be able to interpret the dream.
Very, very good. But none of them could interpret it. So you know what he said? I'm out of here. I don't want any of you. Execute them all.
But when they tried to take Daniel, he pleaded with the king and told him, let me pray. Let me ask God.
Pray? What good would praying do in a time like that? What good would it be?
Well, Daniel had to pray and ask God for guidance. He couldn't do this by himself, you know?
So that means when you said special gifts, you actually meant superpowers. He had superpowers?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Did you know that I too have superpowers?
I didn't know. I knew you for a long time, but I didn't know that you had superpowers.
I have them.
Okay. So like what?
Didn't you know I have super speed? Remember, I beat you in that race. Watch.
You know, you really don't have super speed. You're actually kind of slow.
Okay. All right. How about my super duper strength?
Okay.
Yeah, that's 3. And that's called weightlifting. That's right. And now, it's about strength. All right. Maybe I don't have super strength, but you know what I do have? I saved the best one for last. I saved the best one for absolutely the last.
Yeah?
The last one.
What is it? I don't know. What is it?
I can turn invisible.
Oh, really? This I have to see. Where did you go?
I told you I can turn invisible.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Can't see me.
No, I can definitely see you. Just because you're on the floor doesn't mean I can't see you.
I never should have said anything. You never would have seen me. It would have been like a mystery. I would have been mystery.
Yeah. You realize though that Daniel wasn't relying on comic book superpowers, but he was relying on the gift that God gave him.
I think I have a gift that if Daniel had it, it might have helped him. Might have helped him.
And what is that exactly?
I can read minds.
What are you doing?
I'm reading your mind.
Okay, well, Daniel went back and prayed. He also asked his friends if he could pray with him.
Okay, I know what happened. I've read your mind. Daniel went back and prayed, and he asked his friends if they would help him.
Okay, so you know that I said that though already, right?
No,
You know
I
that-
was reading your mind.
But you weren't. If I said it, I said
I
it with my
was
mouth.
reading your mind.
I said, okay. So Daniel continued to stretch his faith and use the gifts that God gave him.
Yep. Daniel continued to he stretched his faith and used the gift that God gave him. I heard you. It was in your brain, right there.
Yep, you're not wrong.
The Lord revealed the dream to Daniel. And what are you doing?
I'm reading your mind. Sure.
Okay. All right. Could you just give me 50 feet? Just give me maybe 6. Okay. That's good.
So Daniel was then able to interpret the dream.
I know what happened. The Lord revealed the dream to Daniel, and Daniel was able to reveal the dream. He interpreted it. But that means that prayer actually worked then.
Yeah, it did actually. So because Daniel prayed and believed, God was able to work through him and his gifts.
So you mean to tell me that when Daniel let God work through him, it was like God gave Daniel superpowers? That's amazing. So prayer is like my new favorite thing. It's like a superpower. You can be as fast as you want, you can be as strong as you want, you can be...
Daniel had the gift of prophecy, which means he could hear and understand what the Lord was saying.
That's just like Elijah.
Exactly.
Fire.
Like Elijah. God gave Daniel gifts, and he also gives us gifts.
That's right. God loves us so much to give us these gifts, and ultimately it all comes back to God's love. My name is Keturah.
And I'm Mia.
God loves you, and we love you too.